So by increasing your prices by 20%, you've doubled your profit from 200K to 400K. Today we're talking about pricing for profit, and it is one of the subjects that is so close to my heart, because when I talk to most business owners, they tell me that they want to grow their income, they want to grow their profits, they want to grow how much money they have in their pocketbooks, wallets, bank accounts to afford the lifestyle that they want. And that's what they tell me they want. And often they have very unrealistic views of how long it would take them to double their profits. They want it tomorrow. They want it yesterday, in fact. And unfortunately, look, I'm grounded in reality, but I thought I would tell you again that the easiest way of doubling your profits, your income, the actual income you have left, typically after you've made the sale, you've delivered the service, you've delivered the product, you've covered the overheads, what's left is your profit. That's how much you've really got to work with. Turnover, they tell me, you've probably heard this, turnover is vanity, with turnover being sales is vanity, profits is reality, cash is king, and focus is queen. So we're going to be covering that type of arena. And I want you to know today that if you want to double your profits quickly, one of the best ways is through pricing. I want to prove it to you, and I want to help you along this week with dismantling some of the myths surrounding pricing, and really break it down for you so that you begin to understand the elements that make pricing such a emotional topic. And I want to sort of break that down for you this week so that you begin to see through the fog, so that you can begin to look at it. But first, I need to demonstrate to you that it is relatively easy to double your profits with pricing. Now, I would suggest to you that I'm talking about pricing as one strategy, as one tactic, but in fact, pricing is made up of several little nuances, and you need to get them all right if you're going to get this to stick. So don't let my simplicity fool you into thinking you're going to do this tomorrow and then blow your business. Please treat this with caution. This is part of a training. It's part of a bigger whole. And all this training is all about today is making you aware that it is possible. Now, if you want to then make it a reality, then my suggestion is think about it, develop the strategy, get help if you need it, do it in a low risk fashion. That's all I do when I work with clients. So let's just start with this principle. How do we double our profits just with price? So here you go. Look, I've got an example here. Let me just stick it up to the camera. Can you see that? So we've got 100 sales at 10,000 a piece. I've got to start somewhere. So I'm going to start at 1,000 sales, 100 sales at 10,000 a piece. So that you've got to convince 100 people a year to part with 10K for your services, and let's assume you're already doing that, right? What does that mean? That means you're making 1 million in turnover. That's a good sized business, but remember, you only need 100 clients a year. That's less than 8 a month to convince that you can give them great value at 10,000, whatever currency you've got per year. So you need 8 of those a month, roughly, right? So that makes about 96, give or take 4. 100 a month will give you $1 million turnover. And like I said, turnover, which is this £1 million here, is vanity, right? It means nothing. It's just a number that appears. It makes you sound good, like I'm a $1 million business, I'm a £1 million business. Sounds really good, but is it really the number that you want to be focusing on? In my opinion, in some areas, yes. Most of the time, no, right? If your business is providing you an income for you and your family to give you the lifestyle you want, then probably not. If it's looking for a sale of your business, then turnover can be an important element, so keep that in mind. All right, I don't want to get into too many complex issues, so this is about pricing for profit. Make sense? Okay, so now if you look at that, then we got the cost of sales, which is that 500,000, 50% of your sale value is in delivering the service or delivering the product. That's just a number. In many industries, I work a lot in the creative industries, the cost of delivering the product, delivering the service is about 50%. They work on a 50% margin. Let's just take that as read as an average, all right? So you got 50%, that makes your gross profit is 500,000, which is 1 million less 500,000, which is 500,000. That's a 50% gross profit, 50% margin, right? Now you've got overheads. Now every business has got overheads like insurance, like accountants, like business coaches, like, you know, whatever. You've got a whole range of expenses to run your business, you know, different salaries, different telephone bills, office costs, you know, furniture, IT, infrastructure, all that type of stuff. And I'm assuming that that is 300,000 here. Can you see that? 300,000. So what happens? What is left as profit? Now, these are costs that you've got to pay out every month. You've got to pay out the 500,000 to get the service or product delivered. You've got to pay out the 300,000 to keep yourself in business, keep all the legalities and stuff like insurance and whatever. And so you've got 200 left. Can you see that? That's a 20% net profit. 200,000 divided by a million is 20%, okay? So you've got 20% net profit. Now that's the stuff you can put on your personal income sheet. You've got to pay tax on it, of course, but 200,000 is the number that you've got to play with. The million sounds great, but you've got 200,000, not a million, to work with for yourself as the business owner, all right? Because all of our clients typically own their own business. All right, so now we're going to look at pricing, and I'm going to suggest to you a reasonably conservative, I'm not saying it's easy, 2%, 5%, maybe even 10% is relatively easily. I'm going to go for a slight stretch on this, and I'm going to say let's increase our prices by 20%. Now, please, again, listen to me. Do not do this without really taking the full consideration of your business, your clientele, your requirements, your lead flow, there's a whole range of things you must take into account. So I'm breaking down to simplicity just to open your mind to the potential so you come in every week and join me on these live so that you begin to understand why pricing is so important. And now where I've said, you know, you got 100 at 10K, please don't get hooked up on that. It works just as well with, you know, in the same principle as 10 with 10K, or it works the same as 1,000 with 1K, you know, whatever it is, right? You can work out that you can play with the numbers, but right now, let's keep it simple. So what I want to do now is say, what happens if you increase prices by 20%? You don't change anything else, right? I know this is a little bit Walt Disney, but let's just assume that we're doing that. And it is possible. On a call I did a couple of, maybe 4 years ago now, God, time flies, 4 years ago, I was working with a client and we managed to do a price increase and it more than doubled their profit in one go, and it took them very little time because of the way their business functions. So don't, you know, it's specific to them. Don't just go, oh, you did it for them, I can do it for myself, and do it, and then you ruin your business and go, Gordon, what happened? You know, what went wrong? Please don't do it without proper advice. And here we go. Now on the home straight, we got 20%, so we got 100 times 12K instead of 10K, right? That's 20% of 10K is 2K plus the 10. You're increasing your prices to 12K. Can you see that? And then you've got 1,200. Oh, have I got it right? Yeah. So maybe I've got it wrong the wrong way. Can you see that? Oh, maybe it's this way, right? I've got to show it to you backwards, right? So 1.2 million now. No other cost increases. Everything stays the same. Cost of delivery, 500,000. Gross profit, 700,000. Overhead stay the same because I said nothing else has changed other than your price. So you got 300,000 for overheads. Your profit is 400,000. So by increasing your prices by 20%, you've doubled your profit from 200K to 400K. Now, does that sound a little bit exciting? I hope you're excited as I am. I love working with business models, and I love then implementing those business models into business. And here you have, if I can show you that again. Yeah, it's weird how this thing works. I don't know, maybe I'm showing the wrong camera, depending on which camera. Oh, right, it depends which camera I'm showing it into. It works differently. So, but basically, what's happened here is the magic of 20% increase in prices has doubled the profits from 200K to 400K. Now, what is it worth to you to increase your profits by 200,000? to double your profits. You do your own numbers and tell me what you think. And if you want to have a chat with me about your pricing strategy, about how it might affect you in your numbers, just book a call with me. Click on a link somewhere on this page, or find me on Messenger or on YouTube or something. Just say, I'd like to book a call, and I'll send you a link. You can book a call, and then we can have a conversation. It takes no more than 10 minutes. Have some basic numbers to hand, right? Depending on which camera you're looking at, and we'll have that chat in 10 minutes, and we'll be able to look at what these numbers on here mean to you and your business. Make sense? All right, this is Gordon wishing you well. You take really good care of yourself. All the best. Pricing for profit, there is no easier way, but it takes a little bit of thinking, a little bit of implementation, and a lot of judgment. All right, take care. Goodbye. So if you're interested in not missing any of these special announcements, special business strategies, methodologies, trainings, then click the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.